Hey everyone, welcome back to my studio. My name is Laura and you can find me on the rest of the internet as I Heart You. That is my Instagram handle and that is the name of my Etsy shop where I sell handmade project bags and actually some handspun yarn as well right now, so you can check that out. I just wanted to catch you up on what I've been working on the last month or so. I have a little bit of progress to show you and a new project, and I also have some handspun yarn that I've been spinning, and I thought I would show you that as well. So yeah, where to start? Last time we talked, I was working on these socks and they're finished, and it's actually kind of perfect because they're like a Valentine's Day colorway. So I got them done like right in the perfect amount of time. I started them in January and finished them in January. So I'm pretty proud of myself because the last couple years I haven't been knitting like a pair of socks a month like I used to. So either way, they're finished. Really happy with them. This is the Hello Sweetheart colorway from Freckled Whimsy yarns. I bought this a couple years ago and had it in my stash. And then this gray that I used for the heels and toes. I did my Fishlets Kiss heel like I normally do with self-striping yarns. So this gray is just some random like workhorse yarn that I've had in my stash forever. And yeah, it's made its way into a lot of heels and toes of socks. So yeah, I don't have much else to say about these. I'm really happy with how they turned out. They're really cute. I decided to, what am I doing? I decided to match the stripes. I don't always do that, but this is pretty pleasing, and especially because it's such a long stripe repeat. Yeah, I'm glad that I did this. So all you have to do if you want to match the stripes of your socks is say that your first stripe is this color up here. What I'll usually do is pull like kind of a set amount of yarn from that first stripe to do my cast on, my long tail cast on. So like if I have the beginning, say this is the beginning of the stripe, I just have a random piece of yarn here. I'll take it and I'll like wrap it around like this, like a standard amount. Doesn't matter what it is as long as you do the same on either side. And then that way you will have like perfect stripes. For the heel, you can see I just took this thin stripe and kind of like split it in half. So used like half the yarn and then did my heel and then continued on. I just kind of like the way that that looks, and because there was gray on either side, I wanted to have a little bit of contrast here. So that these two grays wouldn't look weird against this third gray. Does that make sense? Okay. So yeah, happy that these are done. I just cast on another pair, which I will show you. They are knit out of this one-of-a-kind colorway by the Lemonade Shop. Yeah, so it's on their simple sock base. There's the Lemonade Shop tag. It's very cute. And so it's a 80/20, like a 2-ply, which I really like, and it's really fun. It's just striping up. Well, it's not really striping, but you can see there's little breaks of kind of rainbows in between this teal and dark blue. Either way, they're turning out really well. Yeah, I just love the way that they're knitting up. It is a one-of-a-kind, but I'm guessing this is probably similar to something else they offer like in their shop anyways. So this is the first sock. I haven't done much. Maybe I will get these done by the end of February. That would be cool to have like 2 finished pairs of socks in the first 2 months of 2024. I can't guarantee that that would continue, but you know, it'd be a great way to start things off. So this is just in, I'm sure you've seen this before, this is just a project bag I made for myself years ago. This is like my standard sock size and I quite like it. And then the other thing that's been getting a lot of work, this is in one of my bucket bags, the XL drawstring, is my Halibut Sweater. So I'm very excited to show you this because, oh come on. It looks huge, but I finally finished this this yoke. And no wonder the yoke looked so huge and was taking so long to do, because it's like the majority of the sweater. I have done like most of the knitting. So, this is meant to be a little bit oversized, but I realized that it's got like a really, really deep drop. You can see my actual natural like armpit is up here, and this is way down here. So I think it's gonna be okay. Like, it seems huge. I got gauge, and I'm using the correct needles. I did go up a needle size for the color work, which is something I've been doing lately because like this is an example of something where I didn't go up a size for the color work and it feels a little tight. So I'm hoping I made the right decision with this, doing the bigger needle size, because I knew it was big, but just seeing it there on the camera, I was like, oh wow, that's huge. I'm probably going to, try it on off camera later and kind of see how it's sitting, because I think this is just the style of the sweater. Like, it's a really long design. I know for me, I would rather make it and have it be a little bit too big than a little bit too small, especially with like the way styles are going right now. I think that, I get more wear out of something oversized than something that felt a little bit too tight. So yes, Halibut Sweater by Caitlin Hunter. I love this yoke so much. I like that the fish are smiling. As you can see, there's two eyes and then a little, I think it's the little fish face smiling. Really beautiful. This yarn is really nice to work with. I'm using the Holstgarn Supersoft, which is a fingering weight yarn, but I'm holding it double. It doesn't feel super soft as you're knitting it, as I've said before. It's quite woolly and has like almost like a linen-y feel to it, but I know that it blocks up beautifully, and then it is super soft. So it's a great kind of value yarn. I ended up getting a cone of it. You can buy like 500 gram cones from certain shops, and then for the like I did that for the charcoal, and then for the gray I just bought two regular size balls of the gray, and that was enough for me to do my color work. I have this much left of each ball. This is what's left out of the two. I would definitely recommend that if you're looking for an alternative. I think that the pattern calls for Kelburn Woolens Scout, but this was a great alternative for me, and comes in similar colors and was available to me in Canada really easily. I got it from the Little Red Mitten, which is a yarn shop in Ontario. So yeah, I now just have a bunch of straight charcoal knitting to do. So that will take some time, but it's nice to get to that point because I'm kind of ready. I was kind of ready to be done with the color work. The color work's really interesting, but it's just a lot over like however many stitches I had right now. I think like 350 or something like that before I took off the sleeves. So yeah, I'm excited to just have some mindless TV knitting now. I need to do the body and then the sleeves, which are just all plain. So I'll just be trucking away at that over the next little while. And then the last thing I wanted to show you is just a little bit of my hand spinning that I've been working on. I have not been spinning very much the last couple of years, but I've lately just been going through my craft room and doing a little bit of a de-stash and kind of reprioritizing what I want and what I want to keep, sort of thing. So I have gotten rid of a lot of things, and that's kind of given me some space to make some new stuff. So actually, if you're interested, I have a little bit of Handspun still for sale in the Etsy shop. I put like a de-stash section in, and everything's priced at like really reasonable prices. I'm not trying to like sell this like business wise. It's definitely more of like a de-stash, let's get this moved on to someone kind of thing. So there is a little bit of Handspun yarn in my Etsy shop if you're interested. There's still some project bags as well from my last update, and then I'm planning on doing some more soon. But this is some yarn that I spun. I've been sitting here looking at it in my lap. This was a bat that I blended myself a couple years ago. I used to have a drum carder, which I've since sold, but I still had some bats that I made on there. So it's mostly merino wool, but there's a little bit of silk. You can see the kind of shimmery spots, and also some sparkle. So the silk is like that light shimmery color that you're seeing in there, and then the sparkle, if you can see that, is sparkly. So I don't remember how much yardage I ended up with, and it has not been washed yet, but it's definitely relaxed a lot since spinning. First took it off the bobbin after spinning it. It's like yarn spaghetti, and it's already really relaxed. So once it has a bath, it'll be very happy. So yeah, just a simple, like thick and thin, single ply. I was just trying to get myself back in the groove and kind of remind my body how to spin, basically. This will make a cute hat or a pair of mittens or something like that. And got it out of my stash, so that's great. And then I also spun this up. This is just a single ply right now. It's mostly black, so it's really hard for you to see the detail on there. The recycled sari silk mixed into it, so it's really, really beautiful. It was a really fun spin, and I'm going to turn it into a 3-ply. So I'm going to do a traditional, like a chain ply. So that's where I make a 3-ply out of a single ply, which is pretty cool. And that also allows me to just spin and not have to worry about dividing things up into 3 bobbins or anything like that. So this is going to be really beautiful yarn. I should probably ply this soon. It's just like, it's kind of a process, I find, plying, and it's not difficult when you know what you're doing, but I like to sit down and kind of do it all at once. So here we are on the bobbin, and this is going to make some beautiful yarn as well. And I think I got pretty good yardage off it. I tried to spin it pretty thin because it will be like tripled on itself. So hopefully in the end I will have a little bit of yardage, like enough to do something fun with. So yeah, that's pretty much all I've been working on, all I wanted to catch you up on. You know, I finished a pair of socks, I finished a sweater yoke, I've been spinning some yarn, started a new pair of socks. This is all pretty standard stuff around here. So I think that's pretty much it for me. I don't think I have anything else to catch up with you on. I know this was a quick one, but I just wanted to pop on and say hello and show you what I've been working on, because I did have like some things kind of piling up. I like to make a little stack in my craft room of things to talk to you all about, and felt like there was enough to chat. So yeah, I hope you're having a really wonderful day. The sun is coming out here, so I might go outside and enjoy it a little bit before the rain comes again next week. And yeah, let me know what you're working on down below. Let me know if you have any thoughts or suggestions about any of the projects I'm working on, and I will be back to chat with you again soon. Bye.